it's time now to move forward. So let's get back to the awards. To give away the next set of awards, I'd like to call on stage the editor of Forbes India, Saurav Majumdar, the CEO of Forbes India and CNBC TV 18, Anil Onyal, and the founding director of Vector Consulting Group, Kiran Katikar. Here's a look at the nominees in the next category of the Forbes India Leadership Awards 2014, Best CEO Public Sector.
The nominees for the Best CEO Public Sector category are Arup Roy Chaudhary, CMD, NTPC; B.C. Tripathi, CMD, GAIL; Rear Admiral Retired R.K. Sherawat, CMD, Mazagon Dock; R.N. Nayak, CMD, Power Grid; S. Vardarajan, CMD, Bharat Petroleum. And the winner is Arup Roy Chaudhary, CMD, NTPC.
And I'd like to call Mr. Chaudhary to please come on stage and receive the award. Well, NTPC has gone on to prove that a public sector powerhouse can hold its own in the face of stiff competition and has added almost 3,000 megawatts a year when private companies were faltering under tough economic conditions. Mr. Chaudhary, congratulations. You know, there's this feeling that perhaps in the public sector, working independently could get a little bit tough. So do you think that is what is dissuading bright young minds from actually joining PSU undertakings? What's your advice for them?
In a public sector, you are actually not working for a lala. You are actually working for many lalas. And believe me, as long as you have a clarity in your mind that you're working for a lala and you're answerable to somebody, you become answerable automatically to your company, and your company does very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, sir. Now, next award this evening is for the Best CEO Private Sector, and here's a look at the nominees.
The nominees for the Best CEO Private Sector category are C.P. Gurnani, Managing Director and CEO, Tech Mahindra; Himanshu Kapania, Managing Director, Idea Cellular; Romesh Sopthi, Managing Director and CEO, IndusInd Bank; Shikha Sharma, Managing Director and CEO, Axis Bank; T.K. Kurian, CEO, Wipro. And the winner is Shikha Sharma, Managing Director and CEO, Axis Bank.
Ms. Sharma, congratulations. Now, Ms. Sharma has actually transformed the bank with a primary corporate lending and retail liability portfolio into a full-service financial institution focused on growth. Congratulations. But you're not going to get away easy. I have a very tough one lined up for you. So I've been told that you're very, very fond of the movies. So what is the one film that continues to inspire you till today?
On movies, one of my all-time favorites is Casablanca.
Wow.
And, in this hard world of business, I think I'm actually a romantic at heart. And Casablanca is the ultimate romance to me.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. And with that, let's take a look at our next award this evening for the Best CEO Multinational.
The nominees for the Best CEO Multinational category are Bazmi Hussain, Country Manager and Managing Director, ABB India; Keita Muramatsu, President and CEO, Honda Motorcycles and Scooters India; Martin Peters, MD and CEO, Vodafone India Limited; Vipin Sondhi, CEO and Managing Director, JCB India; Uday Shankar, CEO, Star India. And the winner is Keita Muramatsu, President and CEO, Honda Motorcycles and Scooters India.
Mr. Muramatsu, congratulations. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you
But
very
tell
much.
us, has your experience of working in India changed your management style at all?
Just for the, my direction is try to improve for the my customer satisfaction, and then now almost for the 4 million customer for the choose our product, and then fortunately good result also the receiving like prestige award. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. Presenters, thank you so much for doing the honors. It's time now for our second debate of the evening, and to moderate the proceedings, I'd like to call back on stage Mr. Harsh Mariwala.
The second debate is, this House believes that India needs an exit policy for management. So let's start the debate. Speaking for the motion, may I call upon stage Anil Singhvi, Chairman of ICANN Investment Advisors. Facing Mr. Singhvi on this topic is no mean task. To oppose the motion, we have Bobby Parekh, Chief Mentor and Partner at BMR and Associates LLP. Before they start, let's put the motion to vote. Those for, you press A. Those against, press P. Wow. This is again highly skewed as in the first debate. So let's begin the debate. We will go ahead first with Anil.
The temperature in the room is very cold, and I want to warm it up by starting with this one fact that based on my last 4 years experience versus my 22 years experience before in cement industry, I think the fortune of the industry would have been very different if there was a management exit policy in India. Out of 22 years which I worked in Ambuja Cement, I struggled for 19 years. The only 3 years we made money. 19 years was struggling with the people who should have been shunted out of the business, but they remain in the business. In India, most of the time, the capital providers, that's the bankers, and I mean, a few friends are here, I don't want to take on them, but I think if they had really worked hard, and they really had seen, as you said, sir, before, that if they had been a little more meaningful, little more caring about the capital which they have given to the companies whom they have loaned, I think the fate would have been different. I think the cement industry, or for that matter, many other industries like fertilizer, like steel and all that, the fate would have been different. I think in India we are very, very forgiving, extremely forgiving, and bankers are the best friends. I think in industry, every industrialist I have seen wants to be so close to the bankers. I think this is an ill which the banking industry should really pay attention. I think today we suffer on account of having any exit policy, either for the banking industry to show the door, or even the hostile takeovers. We have a takeover code, but what is it for? The takeover code is only friendly takeover. So today, unless we have a very serious debate on the subject, that not only the policy, the mindset and the framework which is there, I think the efficiency of the capital will increase.
Bobby, your turn.
When we talk about an exit policy, that means we are talking about one more law, right? A policy, one more law, one more regulation. That's point one. When we talk about management, we must also define that. Are we talking, businesses could be managed professionally. So are we talking about the exit of professional management? Businesses could be managed by promoters who also are managers. So promoter managers. So are we talking about exit of promoters, managers? And so we break this down into two parts, and we say that, okay, if it's exit of management, where the business is owned by a set of shareholders who are independent and separate from the management, that's not particularly difficult. It's something which we can achieve quite easily. Shareholders get together, they resolve, and the CEO or other members of management can be sacked. So exit of management in that sense is something which doesn't need a new law. It already exists. There is enough ability for shareholders to be able to do that if they so chose to. If you look at promoter managers, where there is a sort of confluence of both shareholding as well as management roles and responsibilities, that is something which poses a different kind of challenge. But we need to look at, when we turn to what the exit policy is supposed to do, or why do we need rules, or why do we need laws, or why do we need regulations, you basically need regulations and you need legislation to be able to address some form of abuse. So what is the kind of abuse that a promoter manager could do to a company or to the other stakeholders in the company? He could, enrich himself by issuing himself shares at different values, or in increasing his shareholding in using insider information. We have rules and many regulations which govern how all of those activities can get undertaken. He could undertake related party transactions at values which are less than fair value or not market value. In fact, companies such as the ones that Anil himself has founded now work very hard to be able to get shareholders to vote and to be made aware of what their rights are, and provide analysis on what management actions are likely to lead to, and then get them to vote for or against a motion. So I just conclude by just saying that one of the greatest delusions in the world is the hope that the evils in this world can get cured by new legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Bobby. Let me ask a few questions. First question goes to my friend Harsh Goenka of RPG Enterprises. I have two questions for you. What, according to you, is bad management? And number two, do you think banks will be able to actually throw out bad management?
It's very difficult to define what is good and bad management, but yes, willful defaulters should be punished and strong action should be taken. That's my view, but it all depends on the political will, the bankers' will, and also the spirited defense through legal ingenuity means by the willful defaulters.
Thank you, Harsh. And my next question goes to Shikha Sharma, who is an award winner. Shikha, I think Harsh touched about the willful defaulters part. What, according to you, will be the trend in terms of, will we see more willful defaulters being declared by banks? And what will be the implications of all that on the corporate world, on the promoters?
There have been a lot of policy changes and uncertainties which nobody could have predicted, neither the bankers nor the entrepreneurs. So some of the stress in assets that's being seen in the system is a direct result of that. But having said that, of course, there are situations of bad management where willfully promoters may have diverted funds, or they may just have figured out ways of inflating the cost of a project, and we have many of those situations, or not really investing correctly in their businesses. So there are enough instances of cases where you want a change of management, either because of integrity issues or because of lack of skill.
Thank you, Shiva. I think it's now again time for one more round of vote. Wow. Bobby, good job. You got a big shift from 80 to 64% is a good achievement. Congratulations. Thank you very much, both Anil and Bobby. And thank you very much, audience, for this section.
Coming up, the biggest honors of the Forbes India Leadership Awards 2014.
Indian leaders have come more to realize that it's all about doing the right thing, leading from the front, figuring out that there are not many shortcuts.
It's leadership that counts. Leadership at all levels in management is extremely important, and organizations that have strongly built leadership have performed extremely well.
We believe in long-term relationship in whatever we do, and we think that Forbes is a brand, is a well-recognized brand in the media space, internationally and in India.